Yes, no, oh, we don't have much time left. Does anyone have any idea how much time we do have? Let me confirm quickly a couple rumors with you.
Yes.
One of them, has it ever been settled whether Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was a code for anything?
It never was, and nobody believes me. I even saw some famous star introducing, I've forgotten who it was, introducing a Lennon McCartney show, and it was Mel Torme saying about how Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was about LSD. This is the truth. My son came home with a drawing and showed me this strange-looking woman flying around. I said, what is it? He said, it's Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And I thought, that's beautiful. I immediately wrote a song about it. The song had gone out, the whole album had been published, and somebody noticed that the letters spelt out LSD. And I had no idea about it. And, of course, after that, I was checking all the songs to see what the letters spelled out. Yeah. They didn't spell out anything, none of the others, and it wasn't about that at all, you know.
They could do that with Eleanor Rigby.
But nobody believes, you see. Yeah.
Stood for
there was Henry the Horse in a song I wrote called Mr. Kite. The lyrics, which I got most of it off, was an old poster for an old-fashioned circus, you know, from the 1800s. And it was all about Pablo Fanke's fair, and the horse was there. And they said Henry the Horse was horse, which I didn't know anything about then, you know. And Happiness is a Warm Gun was another one, they said, which was banned on the radio. They said it was about shooting up drugs. And it was the front of a gun magazine which said, Happiness is a Warm Gun. You know, they're advertising guns. I thought it was so crazy that I made a song out of it.
Do you ever think of anything, I don't know if you knew Janis Joplin well or Jimi Hendrix
we didn't
or all,
meet,
but
she sent me a birthday tape on my birthday. Last birthday, Yoko asked all different people to make a tape for me, and she was one of them, and we got it. After she died, it arrived in the post, then she was singing Happy Birthday to me in the studio.
What do you think could be done about drug overdosing in or out of the profession of music?
I think the basic thing nobody asks is why do people take drugs of any sort, from alcohol to aspros to hard drugs? And that question has to be resolved first before you think, well, what can we do for the poor drug addict? Why do we, and you, and anybody have to have these accessories to normal living to live? That means there's something wrong with society that's making us so pressurized that we cannot live in it without guarding ourselves against it. So it's that basic, the problem. I think if people are allowed to be a bit more free and express themselves, they wouldn't have to inhibit themselves by taking drugs to not be hurt. People take drugs and drink so as they don't feel what's going on around them.
Total freedom for everybody is our goal, you know. That way, you know, it will be a utopia.
People are frightened of freedom. They think freedom, oh, there'll be excesses. Of course there would be excess to an extent, and then it would settle down. The way the porno films don't pull so many people in now. So what? It'll level out. And all forms of freedom will be the same as that. If people are allowed to be completely free, it will level out, and people will be less inhibited and not be frightened of each other and wouldn't have to take drugs to prevent being hurt by each other.
We're almost out of time. Was that your house, by the way, in the film?
That's our house, yeah. I just wish to mention that my son visits me every weekend at that house, which is a beautiful home in Ascot with 80 acres of ground. Yoko's daughter is not allowed to visit us because her ex-husband won't let her see her own daughter. All Yoko wishes is that now and again Kyoko could be brought to that house to spend some time with her mother and with my son Julian, because it's a beautiful home. We have 8 or 10 children living there that belong to the staff.
That's wonderful.
And we're not allowed to see our daughter. And Yoko's going mad, as any mother would, because her daughter's been withheld from her. That's all we have to say about that. But that's the house waiting for her, if you're watching, Kyoko.
We must take a message from our locals, and we'll be right back. We've come to the end, and there are a lot more things we could talk about. Maybe you can drop back sometime when you're stateside.
Maybe next time we'll really perform live for you, you know. I'd like to do it.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. We will, thank you, John.
I'd just like to say, we're going on the road next year. John and Yoko and a band that I'm putting together, and we'd like to come and do live performance wherever we can.
We'll have the carpet out, and we're going away right now. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. It was a pleasure. Yoko, we'll see you.